Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Kosher. I've been on television here for the last 30 years. We have a new name of the studio. The new studio in Waterbury, Connecticut is Brass City TV. From here on in, you'll be seeing that come up on the screens as all my shows as an introduction to all my shows. Now, all my new shows are going to be, they're not new, they're going to be shows from all the people that I've ever met or introduced in the last 30 years. You're all can be on the show if you want. With a half-hour show or a one-hour show, we'll get them ready before we get on the air. You all know me. For those of you who've been on with me, you know all what how the plan goes and everything else. So right now, I'm getting ready for my new shows, political, non-political. Those that you can say what you want here, you just can't swear. Yeah, I want everything nice and clean so we can put a production out there for everybody to watch and everybody to listen. It's going to be an educational program on the city of Waterbury, on the way I grew up in Waterbury and where I am today and where we're going from there. So let me just give you a brief analogy of what I'm talking about. I was born and raised in Waterbury, Connecticut. I am now 86 years old. I will be 87 years old. February 2nd, 1938, I will be 87 years old. I don't have much time left as the clock goes. I'd like to make it to 100 years old. But if I make it, I make it. If I don't, this will carry on and other people will pick up my message where I leave off. So it's going to be an ongoing show, and I don't know when it's going to close out. But I want to give you as much knowledge as I've gotten since 10 years old, where I started caddying on a country club when I was a caddy. And from that point on, we're going to go for the country club, then we're going to go to St. Joseph's Grammar School, then we're going to go to St. Joseph's Orphanage, then we're going to go to graduation at St. Joseph's Grammar School. We're going to go on to Leavenworth High School. We're going to go on to Wilby High School. We're going to go on to the United States Air Force, National Guard's 1955 flood. I was in the National Guard during the 1955 flood. After the 1955 flood, I joined the United States Air Force. Then I was in the military for 2 years, active duty, and the rest were reserve time. And I got out because my father got backfilled in a ditch in the power company. So I was able to get out an emergency discharge so I can stay home and take care of my mother while my father was ill for a while. Anyway, to make a long story short, after getting out of the military, I joined the Connecticut Light and Power. And then I went on from helper, electrician helper, all the way upgraded to foreman. Now I'm very, very educated on the power grid and all the stuff that goes on into the power grid now. And all I want to do is give my knowledge of what I've done throughout the entire state of Connecticut as far as in the power grid and what's going on and what's coming down the road. So some of them shows are going to be a lot of them on power grid. Plus, number one is going to be my community. So I'd like to invite the mayor and his staff. Actually, let me go to the governor and their staff. They all know me. I'd like to invite them on my shows at their convenience. The governor of Connecticut right now, I've interviewed 3 governors, I think. I've been on Law and Order. I've been on Spider-Man 2. I've been in The Bronx is Burning. And I'm trying to initiate some programs so I can get our kids and the Waterbury kids in the school system to come on and audition for shows so they can be in Hollywood too. Remember, folks, we are all human beings. We are all created equal, and God loves us all. And I don't care what your religion is, I don't care what your nationality is, and I don't care where you came from, because God loves us all. He will be the person in charge of the final curtain. The name of my show that I'm going to be doing specials on is going to be called The Final Curtain by Nick Kosher. And we'll write down how you can get in touch with me. You could call me at 203-751-0245, or you can go to KoshaNick@yahoo.com. I'm easy to find. You'll find me on Facebook. You'll find me on YouTube. In fact, I did a dedication for my wife on YouTube. She had passed away 4 years ago from pancreatic cancer, which I will never forget, this beautiful woman. And I still wear my wedding ring. You know what I mean? She's with me all the time. And my kids, I got 2 beautiful boys, and now my son has come down with cancer, so I'm helping him to try to keep him alive too. But everybody's got their own problems, so I don't want to go into all the things that I got, but I do love the studio. I've been here a long time. I know a lot of people, and I've always been respectful to both sides of the fence, both Republican, Democrat, Independent. You all know me. I'm no stranger in paradise here. And what am I trying to do? I'm trying to move on with my education and give it to somebody who can use it. And it's not about me, it's about us. It's about the community, and we are all God's people. God loves us all. I'm not such a great minister, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm around a lot of ministers. So I'm learning a lot. In the Bible, I wanted to mention one thing about the Bible. I noticed the President of the United States, Donald Trump, said, he quotes it, and you can look at it. He thanked God that he's still alive. He put it in God's hands. And I'm going to remember that till the day I die, that I met the President of the United States, or I didn't meet him, but I heard the President of the United States make those words, or say those words. He's putting God first, and he's thanking God. So I hope he uses that every time he gets upset or something, or somebody says something bad. Remember, God will take care of it. And God will take care of him, take care of us, take care of all of us. We have got to come together. It's time to forget our shortcomings. It's time to forgive each other for all our past. Let's not look at the past. Let's look at the present, and let's look at the future. And whatever way you want to go, my shows, any show that you watch with me from here on in is going to be starting off with God is first. United we stand, divided we fall. This is Nick Kosha, United States veteran, also United States Air Force, and I'm also a member of the Knights of Columbus. And the other thing is, I've interviewed, there's an opportunity for some of you kids. I might be doing shows, asking permission to get into the school system to see if I could build on this and give the kids an incentive program to try to get into the movies. I've met Tom Cruise when he was down in War of the Worlds, down in Naugatuck. I met President Clinton when he was down the AquaTurf. I interviewed him. I met John F. Kennedy, 3 o'clock in the morning, down Bobby's Corner. And I met George Bush at Tinker High School up in Highland Avenue. That's as far as that goes. I've interviewed some of the governors in the state. I've interviewed just about every politician on both sides of the fence. And for those of them that know me and have been on my shows, know that I always show them respect. And that's all I want. I want respect from you when you come on the show, and I will give you respect when you come on. And I want the audience to bring your subject matter on and get the point across between a half an hour or 1 hour show, and we will carry on. We're going to be doing 1 hour specials. And if we put them on 13 or 16 or wherever, if they fall, the control people down here will decide where to put the shows on. And I was also, I don't think I forgot him or not, but since we got the existing mayor in there, Paul Pederuski, I'd like to have Paul with his crews on. And also Mayor O'Leary, who has been very good to me all these years. So all the people that respect me, I respect them. Those that don't, I probably only got a handful. Okay, this is Nick Kosha signing off. God bless you all, and God bless America, and God bless the United States military for Monday on Veterans Day. Thank you.